you are divorced, if you're going through a divorce, if anybody in your circle, family or friends, are struggling in a relationship with a possible path to divorce, you need to watch this story. There is an epidemic plaguing the American families in the United States of America. Watch this video. My heart is completely crushed because all of this could have been avoided. Watch the video, and then I'm going to give you my personal experience, how I feel and what is going on in cases like this.
11 in Polk County, 2 children killed by their mother after a custody battle, and we're told that mother then killed herself.
You know, this is a very special case because my experience is the dads of the world are always in a continuous battle, okay, to fend and support and to be and win and whatever it is with their children. Very rarely does a mother lose a case where the child is being ripped from her arms and brought to another state and another part of the country to the dad. So first thing I want to do is congratulate the father for winning in court. And then I want to congratulate the judges for just getting through this case. And then I want to congratulate the lawyers for collecting the hundreds of thousands or thousands of dollars to defend the mom and the dad while the children are in the middle of a horrible battle, because it's not horrible enough that they're suffering through their mommies and daddies separating and fighting. So now you won the case. Congratulations, you got custody of your 10-year-old boy. And now he's dead. And then there's another liability of the 19-year-old girl. She's dead. And mommy, because she couldn't live with the fact that her child has just been awarded to the dad to another state from Florida to Maine. She went out and took her own life, and I'm not condoning what she did. It is absolutely horrific and it's disgusting. It's the worst thing a human being can do to their families, okay? But it was hopeless. That's what happened. Before this, I looked at the story. Nothing else was hurt or damaged or abused or anything, until hopelessness entered this woman's body by the judge hitting the gavel and the hammer and saying, you are now losing your 10-year-old boy and it's going to the custody of the dad. And she made a decision that she couldn't live the rest of her life like this, and she killed herself. She killed a 19-year-old girl, and she put a bullet in her baby boy's head. The system is broken. They don't care. You are widgets. Next. Like cookie cutter families. The judges don't care. The lawyers don't care. The system doesn't care. For me, luckily, I had enough money to continue to fight, okay, against the other rivalry side. It wasn't even my wife at the time. I have to be able to tell you, it's the lawyers. The lawyers are the manipulators and the disgustingness of this system. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. All they care about is how much money they're going to collect at the end of the month and how much can they keep stringing you along and milk you for along the ride. Thank God today, my ex-wife and myself, we are figuring out a path of how to co-parent and get along. It took us a while. It was horrible battles. We treated each other terrible, but we figured a way how to get it done. Unfortunately for this woman, She couldn't figure it out, and a lot of families can't. I'm sure this is not the first if we do some research, and it's not going to be the last. We have to do a better job at protecting our children from the horrific atrocities of divorce. It takes their brains and it scrambles their minds, and then they question themselves, why does my mommy, why does my daddy not love me enough where they can figure a way to stay out together? We got to do a better job at co-parenting, at putting the children first before we put our emotional and personal feelings first before the children. We got to be friends with our dads. We got to be friends with our moms. This is a horrific ending to a horrible story. Pay attention to the video. Mental health, hopelessness, agony of defeat, whatever you want to call it. This woman, oh yeah, she pulled the trigger. The lawyers, the system, the judges, the ex-husband, we all armed her with the gun. And that's all I got to say about that. I am so sorry for the family's loss. It's horrible. And I'm sure if the ex-husband could do this all over again, there would have been more communication and more conversations of what I can do better to keep mommy happy and to compromise somewhere in the middle so our children are continued to be loved and they're safe. And that's all I got to say about that. Hug your families tonight. Tell your children that you love them and be grateful every day that they're still there, alive and safe in your homes. Midnight. I am out. 1, 2, 3.